Hey all my crafty friends, today's video is going to be one of my catalog inspiration videos. So I'm going to take inspiration from one of the catalogs and I will create a page referencing that. So this is the current catalog. It goes through the end of this month, October 2020. If you'd like to purchase anything out of it, you can go to my website, scrapwithamber.closetomyheart.com, and you can check out this catalog. They'll send you a free one with any order that you do. And it is a really fun catalog, you guys. There's some really cute stuff in here. Let's see. There's Christmas stuff. There's a few. I really want to do this page. We're going to have to save that for another day, though. And then it has the Bloom with Grace with all the sunflowers in it. So really good catalog. But the thing I want to focus on today is the cover of this book. And if you can see, it is this page here. It has it has a mat around. It has a circle with the mat with some pieces behind that. And I want to create this page. Now they have a bunch of flowers around this circle. I'm going to go a little bit of a different route, and I'm going to actually turn that into a bunch of stars, just so that I am flipping this page and turning it really into something similar but very different, to show you guys how easy it is to do that. So this is the page I'm going to use as inspiration. I'm actually going to add 2 photos. These are photos of my cousin and his wife when they announced that they were having baby. And so I have those photos to scrapbook for them. I did pre-cut my circles because I would have to do that on my Cricut because they are larger. My larger one is a 10 and I did a 9.5 for this one. And then I did go ahead and I cut a bunch of stars out of different paper. And I made a little shaker star that says congrats that I'm hoping to put on the page. So it's going to be really fun. Lots of embellishments to play with, a stamp set, and let's get this page started. It's going to be a cute one. I just know it. Okay, so again, that's the page I'm going to try to recreate using my own spin on it. I'm going to start with this wood grain that I want to use as my background. So I am going to gut it because I'm going to take a piece of white and cover most of it, and I don't want to waste it. So I am just doing my good old technique of gutting my paper before I put my white paper on top. I always do that when I have a piece of paper that I'm using that I love and I don't want to waste. Then I'll cut down my white paper to an 11 by 11. And then I will glue that together. Okay, now I'm just going to take the circles and glue those on top of each other. This is a 10-inch circle with a 9.5-inch circle on top. I go to glue it down and then realize, oh, I think there's papers behind this. So I check out the catalog front cover to reference again and then realize that there are papers that go across. So I'm going to take this tan, this striped black and white, which is not long enough, which is fine. I'm just going to cut it in half and piece it where it needs to be. And then just looking to see what I want to use as the next layer. And I choose these stars, which again, it's not long enough, but is fine because you're not going to see the whole thing. So I just cut it in half. And then I'm going to glue down my 12-inch piece first, pulling out my Versamat to make sure that I get this straight on my paper. Because once I have that 12-inch piece down, I can then just butt up the other 2 pieces up against it and know that they're going to be straight and where they need to be. So I will just glue them down on either side, leaving a gap in the middle that I know will be covered by the circle. Okay, I'm going to take out the photos and lay them down where I think they should go. And I think I'm going to trim them down just a little so that I can back them, and I don't want the photos to be much bigger than a 4x6 or a 3x4. So I just trim them down by 1/4 of an inch so that my photo mats can be 3x4 and 4x6. Now I'm going to take all of the scrap pieces of paper that I have and just start trimming them down to rectangle shapes and determining how big I want them behind my photo, just layering them up and kind of eyeballing what I want to do, not really measuring anything at all. And then this is where I decide I'm going to back that other photo with the same paper and cut it down. Okay, I am just going to start gluing things down, starting at the top and working my way down to the bottom, so that I am making sure that my papers are all pretty much exactly where I have them laid down right now. Going to pull out excuse me, some fun foam and pop up the little photo just to give it some dimension on the page. I love doing that with my photos, and I always use fun foam to back my photos. Next, I am going to pull out some stamp sets. I went through my stamp sets earlier and found a few sayings I thought I might like, and I really like this guess what, because they're announcing that they're pregnant, and I just think it goes so well. So I actually lay the stamp on my page, kind of just gauging where I want to put it, leaving it there knowing that I want to use it. And then I'm going to pull out all my stars and start laying them down where on the page that I'm trying to recreate they have flowers, but I am doing the stars. And so I'm just going to use random sizes and colors to build up around that circle. Okay, this is where I pull out that stamp and I just look to see how big it is, how big I need my piece of paper, and then I trim down a piece of white daisy to stamp this guess what on, and I'm just going to use my archival black, and then I'll have it on this rectangle to see where I want to use it on my page. Okay, so I decided I want that guess what down there, and now I'm going to be going through some of my pre-made titles because I love to use a pre-made title, and just trying to see if there is something that fits the page and fits the spot where I want to put it. I find a couple of different happies and I'm just trying to see which one I want to use, and I decided to go with this one, mostly because I'm trying to use up that page so I can throw it away, and it fits, so it works. So I'm going to use that happy and just place it down. Now the page that I am referencing had stitching around the white piece, and I knew that if I tried to hand draw stitching, it would look ridiculous, first of all, and I don't have a sewing machine to do real stitching, so I'm gonna go and do my trusty squiggle lines that I love to do, and I am doing a double squiggle line around this white piece of paper. Then I will glue down my guess what, I think. Maybe not yet. Now I'm going to pull out some stars from a stamp set from the latest album retreat that I went to with Close to My Heart. And it has these cute little stars. And I'm going to use my black ink to stamp the larger star in a few spots. And then I'll go ahead and use my candy apple red to use the smaller star to stamp again randomly around the star clusters. Okay, I'm just going to go through the rest of the embellishments that I grabbed. I grabbed a ton of embellishments to try to use on this page. And I use a lot of them. It's pretty busy, but I love it. This is an arrow paper clip that I'm just going to put on the smaller photo pointing towards the photos. And then I'm going to go through these black and white stickers and chipboards. I'm trying to find something that I can put the date on, and I first grabbed this journaling box with a heart on it, and it's too long and too big for anywhere that I want, and so I grab a different one which is smaller, and I end up having to use my scissors to punch out a couple little holes to they're like so you can put string in them, but I don't put string in them. I just glue it down there on that big red star so that I can put the date on there as soon as I figure out what the date was. Since these are not my photos, and maybe I'll have my cousin add that. Then I'm just going to go through. I have some wood stars that I'm going to put on just to add some more stars to this page. I do put down 4 and then I take one away because I'm like, hello, odd numbers, not even. And then I go through some more of my stuff, just cleaning up a few things. I find these little black stars that are quite old from my stash. I think they're from a Halloween kit from Close to My Heart. And I put on 3 of those as well. And then I am going to just kind of look to see what else I have. Do I want any of that? And then glue down my wood stars using liquid glass. And then I have, as you can see, my cute black and white striped bows out on the table because I love, love, love them. And I'm going to cut one off apart from the other on the acetate that's clear and just use it on the acetate to see where I want it. And I kind of just audition it in different spots on the page. I love doing that with embellishments and things that are on the clear acetate. I think it's awesome. And I do decide on a spot right here above the shaker star and glue it down. I'm just gonna clean up some stuff. I will find some gold glitter gems that I will place around the clusters as well, using some of the big and some of the small, just to enhance my clusters even more. Okay, I am going to use some gold spray to make some splatters on my page, and that'll be the last thing I do. If you like this layout in this video, please give my video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified for when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching and have a crafty weekend. Bye.